use a flower.
You guys got that?
How may I help you? Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with the fantastically talented, world-renowned Emma Loo Sam Kenny.
Correct.
Right here today. We've got some interesting questions for you kids. What made you decide to become a musician?
That's a good question. I'm not really sure. My brother's band. There's a clock. It's time.
Oh,
Time for my brother's band to break up. So my brother's band, Domestic Problems, broke up. I was living in Chicago at the time, and I was
doing what?
Improv theater.
Oh no!
But I was getting living in Chicago and doing that. It's like kind of claustrophobic. And I wanted to move to Michigan, and I was like, oh, I'll make my family be my improv group. And my brother wants to do music. I'm like, I know like 3 songs. Maybe I'll do shows with Billy. And so I did. I made my family be my improv group, and we started doing shows.
And how long ago was that?
Well, that was it was before the war. It was 2003, I think. Yeah, 2003. The
We
aughts.
played like 37 instruments.
When I was little, I played violin and trumpet, and I didn't practice. I just had them and took lessons. I never practiced because I was more interested in soccer and basketball and stuff. But then in college, I got a guitar in like 1998 and learned some Bob Dylan songs for me to sing for myself. I never intended to sing for others. And yeah, and then I sort of put it away, and then my brother's band broke up, and we started doing gigs at the Radio Tavern, which has burned down since.
Ooh.
Because we lit
Burning down
that
the
place
house.
up, man. Yeah.
How about you?
Well, I wanted to be a musician since I was like a little kid.
For real?
Yeah, I found some weird videos my brothers made with a Beatles record that they like were doing backwards and stuff, and they were messing around with it. And I was like, huh. And they were like really into weird stuff. And I remember my parents not really being too much influential for music, but my brothers loved like the Beastie Boys, and I thought my brothers were the Beastie Boys when I was a little kid. I thought they were, because I was, this big and stupid. I was like, my brothers are, but I really loved rap, and I really loved singing by myself when I was really little, and then I started like dancing around in my bedroom and singing at the mirror and doing all that weird stuff, and then I started like wanting to do music when I was in high school, but it was weird because it was very unusual for girls to be musicians or be in a band at all, and you were kind of like, it was more like you went to shows. So I went to a lot of shows, but I wrote in my private time, and I wrote things and made melodies in my head. And so then I, right before I met you, I started going out to like open mics because I found someone who, I found him at the Century Post, pub here in Lowell. And
My next question, top 3 musical influences in your life.
for mine,
Yeah.
Beethoven, David Bowie, and Tchaikovsky.
2 B's and a C. How about that for you, sir?
2 B's and a C. The
You're-
Beatles, CCR, and George Gershwin.
Cool. Do either of you have any intention of ever releasing your tax returns to Congress?
Hey, don't talk about that.
I'm under audit, so I'm
sorry.
audited. I can't release them. I'm not allowed to.
Oh,
Okay.
You have to take it up with Giuliani.
Mr. Cops out there.
What's your favorite venue? I know you guys have played all over Michigan, and I believe you went across the country a couple times because I kind of followed you on Facebook and stuff. You got a favorite club, a favorite place you played?
I got one.
Where was it?
What's your favorite?
It was in St. Louis. It's called the Venice Cafe.
Why?
If
Did
you look up
why did you like it?
the way it's decorated and set up is unbelievable. You should Google the Venice Cafe, St. Louis, and just look at the pictures of it. You'll be like, oh, okay, I see why that's his favorite.
And you, ma'am?
I liked. What was that place that we played at that was in Kentucky? and it was huge, and it had 1,000 neon palm beach bars. It was like a neon jungle, and it was crazy, and there was all these little bars, and then there was hidden little bars inside the other bars. And I was like, this place is a Russian nesting doll of weird behavior. And I liked it. It was really strange, and we were the only people playing in the whole room that we were in. No one was at the show. We were playing in front of my camera that I set up, and I recorded the whole thing like it was like real big and stuff. No one was there. We were playing for an empty room that not even the sound guy was in anymore. And then our friend came in that was from Michigan here, Tom Mullins. Hey, shout out. He came, and he moved down in Kentucky, and he seen us, and we hung out in this beautiful bar that was just like, it was like a living jungle of neon craziness. I don't know. It's strange.
I don't remember what it's called, but I know where it is.
You know what
it's
I'm
in
talking
Louisville,
about.
and it's down the street from the tap room.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
We'll have our staff look that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like the 3rd Street dive bar though too.
Your Third Street Dive Bar.
That place is awesome.
It's in Louisville. It's sort of like
Louisville.
Louisville. It's sort of like if the Tip Top was like punk rock.
It was like a Mulligan's Tip Top kind of crossover.
For those of you who are into the Grand Rapids scene.
See, have you ever given any thought to incorporating live animals into your stage show?
Yeah, I thought about human sacrifice too. You know, just like no, I'm just kidding. No, really, yeah. Human sacrifice, animals, witchcraft.
Big white tigers?
Yeah, no, we.
Something like that?
I wanted actually for real, like on a serious note, I was thinking of doing a bit with my snake because I have a 5-foot ball python and he is awesome. He's super docile. I mean, they're never quite for real all the way tame, but he's a good boy. But I don't want to expose him to it. So if I did, it would have to be like a real intimate, real intimate kind of thing. So.
Mellow stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes Fenny comes to our shows, and then she'll wander up on stage and looks frantically confused and happy.
Fanny does that all the time. She'll sniff her butt, and then she'll spin around like she doesn't know who sniffed her butt, and then she'll do it again. She'll make sure it's still there. But it'll be right in front of everyone by Sam.
Probably Sam, of course.
She likes to be by Sam.
Everybody likes to sniff their butts around me.
How do you respond to the oft-heard statement, if you ain't Dutch, you ain't much?
I like rhymes.
Yeah.
I do. Oh, I love rhymes.
All right,
I've never heard the if you ain't Dutch,
You ain't heard
You
that?
haven't heard that?
Oh,
No,
come
man,
on.
I'm not much.
You're right.
I'm clearly not much.
The studio audience is not believing that, Sam. I'm sorry. You've been in Grand Rapids. I'm sorry. Hey, let's do a little commercial.
I don't hang with the Dutch, man. I don't know all their little lingo.
We're gonna do a little commercial now for Emma Loo and Sam. They are available to play birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, beheadings, anniversaries, happy events, sad events. Bill, can you put some information on the screen? Can you put a crawl on how to get a hold of Emma Loo and Sam? I can personally testify they played my wife's birthday. I won't mention the age because that could get me in trouble.
Oh my god, you made the crawl happen. I didn't know you could even do
It's
that.
right there on the
That's
screen.
awesome.
Yes. All right.
How'd you do that?
We're getting close to the end, so you don't have to do too much more.
I'm gonna be eating these cookies. That's what I'm gonna be doing.
How do you prepare for your performances? Do you have any rituals, like you wear a certain pair of socks, or you have to turn around in a certain number of circles?
If it's supposed to be like a dress-up show, I wear this shirt.
Whoa.
I have my dress-up shirt,
Oh,
and it's this one. And gotta keep crumbs off.
I'm eating
It's
them.
my
It's
dress-up
okay.
shirt.
There's no wipe them off. I'll eat them. But that is your nice shirt.
But this is it. Like I redline at this point. Like if it's supposed to be more dressed up than this shirt, then
So you don't have to be like isolated for 17 minutes, or
I do that.
steam. You have to steam your.
I like to do this thing. I do like a hiding around until the moment. I get this overwhelming sense of anxiety and excitement to the point where I want to go completely in a corner and hide until I'm ready to go in there. Then all of a sudden I twist it around real quick. But it's real weird. It's
The
a real-
adrenaline kind of thing.
I do my makeup sometimes to ease it, but sometimes I want to go just like roughing it too, because that actually throws a lot of balance off of it, and it makes you kind of like, well, I already look like crap anyway, so this is nice, and then you feel good. But I don't know. You don't really have that though. You have a different type of anxiety than I do, where you kind of head first it.
Yeah, that's because usually I'm late. And I have to set up really fast and then I have to go, so I don't really. There's nothing.
Yeah.
So
you
that
would have that luck.
cuts
So
down.
I got this little ceremony I like to call being late.
You do a very good job. I find you quite punctual as a human.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just in general, I mean, you're always just there. You're like being, you're alive on time.
Do you have any words of advice for the aspiring musicians that are tuned in right now?
Do things that make you uncomfortable, but also satisfy you at the same time. It's something that brings you real out of your comfort zone and excites you. That stuff's really cool, because usually it's a good intuition, because you're like, oh, is people gonna like this? And it's like, it's not for anybody, it's for you. Everything you make is supposed to be for yourself, and if they like it, that's the cool part. That's how I feel.
No, that's good.
I can't
Can
do
you
it.
touch that?
Nah.
Nah.
I just
You
try. I
can't-
just try to listen to it and do it.
You can touch it, it's good. I know, it burns!
Sam,
It's like the Thanos' gauntlet.
we've all heard the rumors that you either were a Rockette or you auditioned for the Rockettes with the kicking thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rumor, is there truth to that?
Well, I was trying to break the gender barrier with the Rockettes back in the late '90s. I auditioned like
What blew
5
it?
years.
The Adam's Apple, the 5 o'clock shadow? What?
it,
You just outdid it. Like, you were better than all of them, and you were prettier when you did, and cooler, and
they,
they all gossiped.
it wasn't because I was a guy. It was because I was too good.
You were
And if
too
you're in a
good.
line, you have to be at the same level. If someone's much
Oh.
worse or much better,
Yeah.
they can't be in there. You have to, and they're all very good, but I'm very good.
Right.
So
Got
If you
Patty.
haven't seen Sam kick during a performance, you haven't seen anything.
If you never got kicked during a performance.
yeah, man, Bruce
You
Lee,
never
man,
felt-
that kick, that's the last thing he ever saw.
Ooh. Should we have a moment of silence? Okay. Final question is for Emma Lou.
No.
And- but you get another cookie and you get prizes. Okay.
Come on.
There's a lot of published materials suggesting that you are from another planet. Do you have any documentation with you today that proves that you are in fact an Earthling?
Is there cops waiting outside right now?
No.
I knew it.
No.
Oh, no, I'm
No.
leaving right
Dudes in
now.
black suits,
No.
man.
Okay. I'm not. Okay, if we're all gonna. Everybody needs to be able to tell a secret tonight. Can we all tell a secret? Alright.
Ooh, that was good.
I know.
Secret time.
That's where I come from. Do it. That's my language. Yep. That's
And
all.
with that, we bid you a fine adieu.